Hello everybody and welcome back to the 7 Smushed Eki channel. Today I'm going to be talking about Dance Gavin Dance. I wasn't going to say anything originally, but I'm just kind of salty, so I just want to let my feelings out there. This is kind of a vent, I guess you could say. And I just want to give a disclaimer that I'm not upset that Tillian isn't a part of the band anymore necessarily. I'm just upset about the new direction the band's going in and how they're kind of treating everybody, if that makes sense. So, everybody knows that Tillian is my favorite vocalist in Dance Gavin Dance. That's not to say that I don't like Kurt or Johnny. I mean, I don't really like Johnny, but Kurt was pretty okay. And I wouldn't be so angry that if Tillian left, but I am, because I feel like they put no respect to his name. I know a lot of people are arguing, well, Dance Gavin Dance switches vocalists all the time. It's kind of their thing. But this just feels really sudden and unnatural. I literally remember Tillian making a post that he literally recorded like all his parts for the new album. So clearly this kind of came out of nowhere. And he's kind of the reason why Dance Gavin Dance got popular to begin with. If you look up all the popular singles, they're all Tillian tracks, besides like What, Uneasy Hearts, but even that one doesn't really compare to the Tillian tracks. So Tillian is kind of what made Dance Gavin Dance special and unique, because it's just undeniable that Tillian has an interesting voice. Like, he just stands out. He has an excellent range, and he has this cool like raspiness to his voice that not a lot of singers can compare to. So they just made like a post and then immediately like changed everything, and that really rubbed me the wrong way. There was no like goodbye concert, no explanation, no anything. So I feel like something bad had to have happened. Like, no one's really talking about it. And also, like, these new tracks with Andrew are just terrible. Like, I'm sorry. I mean, I've never really been an Andrew fan, but it literally just sounds like it was originally recorded with Tillian's voice and they just re-recorded it with Andrew's voice. And the mixing is horrible. Like, it's so muddy, you can barely even hear Andrew to begin with. I was literally like, who is this? Like, I couldn't even recognize him at first. I'm not even joking. It just sounded so muffled and muddied, and it was just gross. Like, it sounded unlistenable. I listened to Speed Demon, but I couldn't even listen to the other track. Like, it was bad. Like, it was just unlistenable. It was sloppy. It just looks like they just rushed something out just to like seem like they're doing fine, but it just seems like a garbage fire, honestly. And I'm sure Andrew's a great singer. He just can't hit Tillian's notes. Like, he just can't. I've seen him live. They couldn't do like a single Jackpot Juicer song because he literally just can't hit Tillian's voice. He just can't. So I don't know how he would become the lead vocalist, because 90% of Dance Gavin Dance songs are Tillian songs. So I don't know how he's going to be able to do like concerts when they have to do like Mothership songs or like literally any fucking album. Like, I just don't see how he's realistically going to hit it without cracking his little voice. And he's not a bad singer. Like, I'm not saying he is. I'm sure he does really good music. I know he has his own band and I'm sure he excels in it. It's just not for me, and I'm just really worried about the sake of the band. And if I have to be honest, I'm probably just not going to listen anymore if Andrew's going to be the lead. Because he just sounds like, oh my god. It just, you know when you listen to like Michael Bublé and he's like so clean that it like hurts your head a little bit? Like, that's how I feel. Like, he doesn't sound like Michael Bublé, obviously, but that's like the comparison I can give. And I don't know, this whole situation is just weird. Like, if I was a vocalist of a band for over 10 years and they didn't even like say goodbye or give a proper explanation, it just seems kind of rude and like half-assed. And I know Tillian had allegations and people were like, well, this was to be expected, blah, blah, blah. But which of the singers didn't have allegations? Like, Johnny was probably the worst one and everyone's still kissing his ass. So, and I'm pretty sure the Tillian allegations were proven to be false anyway. So it's just kind of weird to me how people have this bias against Tillian and say like, I'm a real Dance Gavin Dance fan, but they hated Tillian, when it's like, dude, Tillian was there like 90% of the time. So it's like, how are you a Dance Gavin Dance fan if you don't even like it fucking cut me off. But anyways, I don't really see how people are calling themselves real fans, but then hating Tillian is kind of like counterproductive because he was literally like there most of the time. Like he was there the longest. Like the other singers were there for like 2 years max. He was there for over 10 years. So I don't know. People just have this weird beef against Tillian. I like Tillian. I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna listen to his solo stuff. It's not the same. I'm not really a big fan of the poppy stuff. I mean, it's good. It's just I'm gonna miss him in Dance Gavin Dance. I really wish I could have seen him live. That's probably never gonna happen. I just hope we get some kind of explanation. And I hope that they kind of give Tillian more respect, because it's just like, what the fuck is up with that? And also, the band is acting so childishly. Like, you look in the comments, there's just people like genuinely giving their concerns for the band, and they're just like being all snarky and like petty in the comments to fans. And I think that's kind of gross behavior. I mean, it's kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie, like they have some witty comebacks. And I mean, like, I chuckled here and there, but it's like, dude, like, if you're a business, if you're a company, or not a company, if you're a band, you shouldn't be, like, lashing out on your fans like that, because then it just makes it seem like y'all are even more, like, uncertain and anxious in the direction you're going. I even had to unfollow them, which is sad, because I love Dance Gavin Dance, I really do. And if they get a new singer, I'm all ears. Just please not Andrew. Like, I literally can't. I know Andrew said it's not like a permanent route that they're going in, so that keeps me a little optimistic. But yeah, some singers that I would be really interested in them having is the dude from Hail the Sun, because I feel like he could actually hit Tillian's notes, and he also has a pretty distinctive voice. But he's like really the only candidate I can really think of. I don't really think they should go back to Johnny or Kurt, because Johnny just sucks. Like, he's just a terrible person, and he's so boring. Like, his music, as I've said before, is just so standard emo music. I can't. Kurt's really good too, but he's even more bland than Johnny when it comes to like his voice. So I think if they're just gonna want to go in this new route, they're just gonna have to do like an all new singer and not settle for Andrew. Because like another reason is like Andrew didn't even seem that interested in doing it to begin with. Like in his video, he was like, how would you feel if like the people you've been working with for so long just asked you to step up? Like, that just kind of sounds like he's hiding behind it and he doesn't really want to do it. And also, unpopular opinion, but I feel like his video was just kind of complaining instead of really explaining anything. He was like going on and on and on about like all this stuff, like giving excuses for things. And like, I get it, like he got under a lot of fire. But also I see a lot of people praising him, so I don't know. Just weird, just like this whole situation, just weird. The ratings I would give for the new singles are like D. I'm sorry, they're just unlistenable. I couldn't even understand what they were saying, and that's a shame. Because I know Dance Gavin Dance has never really had like a strong suit in lyrics, but it just sounded like noise, and it didn't sound like Dance Gavin Dance. Again, nothing to do with the vocalist, because if you listen to Johnny through Tillian era, all those different vocalists, they still sound like they're meant to be in Dance Gavin Dance. So, I don't know. Hopefully there's going to be a new vocalist. I'm really disappointed. I hope, as I've said a million times already, that they get their shit together, because that was a flop. Y'all are flopping. I'm sorry. Bye. Thank you for watching. If anyone is angry about my opinion, that's fine. I don't really care. I'm not really going to change my opinion. If y'all love Andrew, that's great. This band is still going to be there for you. They're still going to be having Andrew there, sadly. And that's great. I'm glad that you like it. I don't. Let me know if you also will miss Tillian, because I sure will. I don't think he deserves all the ridiculous amount of hate that he gets. He was getting hate even before the allegations. Like, people just don't like him because he's arrogant or whatever. It's like, okay, but he's a rock star. Like, I'm not saying it's okay, but it's like, it's kind of to be expected in the territory. Plus, they toured with Falling in Reverse. They don't care. So